Hi Team Titleist, this is Jeff Ogilvy here at the Open Championship at St Andrews, which is one of our favourite tournaments, clearly. What's in my bag this week is a Pro V1X, the ball I've used for years. It's a great ball. I love it. I don't want it to do anything else. It's a perfect golf ball. Other than that, the golf bag, the driver is the 915 D2. I think I have it on a D1 setting, which I think is a little bit less loft. It's a 9.5, so it's probably 8.75 at a guess. An Oldula Rogue shaft, 80 grams, 2.2 Tour X, whatever that means. I think that means it's pretty stiff. It's a pretty popular shaft. I really like it. 3 wood's the same, 915 F. I'm not sure what that means. There's an FD2, but I like the F. It's a 16.5 degree head, but I have that at D1 as well, which takes a bit of loft off it, so it's I think 15.75. This generation was a lot stronger than the previous generation, I think, so a lot of guys I think went up in loft with their 3 woods, and I was one of those guys, so I was always a 15 degree guy, but now 15.75 or something. 2-iron for the Open. I'm a 2-iron or a 5 wood guy depending on the conditions, but the Open's clearly a 2-iron tournament. You want to keep the ball low and you can run the ball out there a long way with a 2-iron, and this is a 714 CB. I find the CB, I don't think anyone uses an MB 2-iron anymore, so the CB is just a little bit easier to hit, and I can have a bit more of a slash at it. The irons, 3-iron through 9-iron are 714 MBs. I have Nippon shafts in them, which are pretty stiff, I think. Love the clubs. I've loved every generation of the MBs since 690 or something, a long time. I mean, I usually, they come along, they're just a little bit better than the previous model, and I put them in straight away. So the 714s we've had there for a couple of years. Down to the wedges, 3 Vokeys, 48 degrees. Pitching wedge at 48 degrees, 8 degrees of bounce it says, but I don't really worry about the bounce on a pitching wedge so much, but that's how it comes. 54, I kind of go between 54 and 55 really with my kind of middle wedge. I have a chromed actually pitching wedge, and my other two are raw. I think the raw ones feel a little bit better. I like the chrome pitching wedge, but the raw finish on the 54 and the 60, that's got 10 degrees of bounce. That's off the shelf. That's an S grind straight out of the bag. I don't do anything too fancy with it. And the M grind, 60, 8 degrees of bounce, I think. It's got the sole that most of us like to use, kind of a bit of relief at the back, and it kind of gives you the same sort of bounce no matter how you open it up. So folks are always making us some pretty special wedges, and they're so good out of the bag that we don't have to do too much special grinding anymore. So that's pretty much it. Oh, the putter, Scotty Cameron 009. I'm a bit of a Scotty Cameron junkie, as most people are. I've got a fair collection of 009s and stuff. This has got it's a flat top with a sight line, and putters are getting heavier and heavier. So, and the heavier I use the putter, the more I like it. So I've got the normal 009s are probably, I'm not very technical, but probably 320 grams, I want to say. This has probably got about 25 or 30 grams in the head extra. So it's probably a 365 gram head or something at 35 inches with a, I think that's a Pistolini grip, maybe? Pistolini, is that correct? Pistolero. Pistolero, that's the grip. The little one's a Pistolini. The big one, it's got a bit of girth under the left hand, which keeps the club face square for me. So that's me. That's pretty much through my bag. That's what I'm going to use this week at St Andrews. That's all I can say. I'm not a complete equipment junkie, but I love all the clubs in my bag, and hopefully they work well for me.